Welcome to No Tooth Tony Interviews. The purpose of this channel is to give women a chance to share their voice without any judgment. Please respect all of the guests featured on my show. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day. Alright, so today I have Miss Yola, and she is a bartender, she's an artist, she's a photographer, and she's my newest friend. I met Miss Yola about 5 hours ago, and we've been talking for about 5 hours since. Like, it's to the point now where, man, alright, so I'm gonna say her being a photographer, y'all should really check her out. But if y'all hear her music, when I first met her, she said, "Oh, I sing." I was like, "Okay, that's cool, that's cool." And then when I heard her first song, I looked at the picture and back at her like 10 different times. I'm like, "Is this you?" Like, y'all, her music is gonna blow your mind. I'm trying to tell you. Um, Miss Jola is from, whew, she is from Caracas, Venezuela. Yes, ma'am. She's from Caracas, Venezuela. And I want to tell you, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to have you on my show. Can you please introduce yourself?
Thanks to you. To I am really glad to be with you. To have been talking with you for the last 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours, and I'm really glad to be your friend right now. So that being said, well, my name is Yola. I'm a dreamer of life. Actually, besides all the stuff that my friend just told me, or just told us to everybody. And my first language is Spanish. So everybody, sorry if I, you know, I can't like this. And well, I don't know what else to say.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
speechless.
Yes, ma'am. It's okay. It's okay. That was a great introduction. So yeah, like she said, y'all, her first language is Spanish. So just bear with us if she says anything, and it might take her a little bit. It's okay because I'm gonna help her translate, and we're gonna get through it. I believe me personally, her English is amazing. Your English is a lot better than some of the people that I know in America right now. Yeah, your English is good. So with that being said, I want to tell you thank you again, and it's an honor to have you here. Um, my first question for you is, how long have you been a photographer?
Well, I take pictures like analyzing my life one day. I take pictures like first I have my phone, everything. I used to take pictures of everything that surrounds me. Then when I was 17 years old, my mom got me a Canon reflex. So see, I could say like my since I have like 11 years, and then since I have 17, I was taking pictures everywhere, and then I become like a professional photographer when I was like 20 years old. I'm 25 right now, so 5 years being a photographer with 15 years of experience.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's amazing. So yeah, she's been in the photography business for 15 plus years. I think that's amazing. Um, what have been your three most favorite memories being a photographer so far?
Well, I will tell you my first memory was when I just when they give me my camera like for the first time. I couldn't stop taking pictures and reading the manuals to know how the camera works and all this stuff was my first memory. Like, wow, I was like, this is the gift that I ever wanted. Actually, when we went to that trip, we have assigned like amount of money for each one, me and my sisters, like my dad's what we have this kind with this amount of money with for each one to buy you clothes and all the stuff. And I told my mom, like, I don't want any clothes, I don't want anything, I just want my camera. That's the only thing that I want. And was like this, of course, what was like that. They brought me my camera and I was really fun. I was really happy. The second memory, the I like the most was the day that I learned how to use the camera, like in a workshop of photography that I went, and I learned the three aspect, the three more important aspect of a camera and how you manage the light and all the stuff to do the things that you want to do. That was the second. I was like, yeah, I know how to rock this thing. Wow. And you start to make so many experiments with your camera, and you start to discover all the things that you can do with it. And the third memory that blew my mind was when I was actually working for the first time as a photographer. Was in a hotel, and my job was to take pictures of the tourists and at the sunset. And one time was this amazing sunset, and I was like, I don't believe that I'm here doing the thing that I love, that I didn't start when I was 17, that I will be here taking pictures of an amazing sunset in a beach with a happy family and making them happy with the pictures and all this stuff. And now I realized there that, wow, you're doing this and you're getting paid for doing this. So
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I think
That's
that's the truth.
that's awesome. Man, you said your first time actually getting hired for being a photographer, you had what the most amazing sunset. I think that's awesome. I think that's like every photographer's dream. That's cool.
That's
Um,
right.
my next question for you is, what are some things in the photography business that you had to learn later on in your 15 years of experience that you wish people would have told you when you first started out?
Mm, okay. The first thing. Okay, can you repeat the question?
What are some things that you had to find out later on in your 15 years of experience that you wish people would have told you when you first started out?
Okay. The first thing is that the light is everything. Like photography, when you translate photography of Latin, that is the word, like how they build the word photography, is painting with light. So when I first started, I didn't know that this was the component of, or the structure of everything. And with light and changing the light, the direction of the light, the amount of light, or whatever with the light, the time of the light when it's impacting or is illuminating something, and the time that you want your camera to capture that light, all the stuff, you can make so many different pictures in the same spot at the same thing, and you can communicate everything that you want just using the light. That's the one first. So for whatever that wants to start in photography, if you don't have a camera, don't worry. Study the light, study the direction of the light, study study the different kinds of light, the power of the light, and everything. And you will see that no matter what, if you don't have a camera right now, if you take the time of learning about light, your path will be like so much easy. The second thing that I learned is that sometimes, and this is really cool because photography taught me something that I can actually apply into life, and is that you have to take the things that you have to make the photography that you want, and use that elements creatively. I don't know, the in a creative or creative way,
Right, I got you. I got you. Yes, ma'am.
in a creative way to communicate the thing that you want to say in your photo.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
in life is the same. Sometimes sometimes we are complaining about the things that we are missing or the things that we used to have, and we don't see the things that we have and the things that we can do with the things that we have. So that's something that I learned in photography. Like, take the things, if it's in a landscape, take the angles, the best angles, the tree, the dog, the bench, the car, everything, and put it in place with you moving, because in that case you cannot move the things, but you can move yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
So what that happen when you cannot control the things that are happening to your environment, but you can control what you do to make things to be like what the way you want them to be.
Absolutely.
And the third thing that I learned with photography that I would like to someone to teach me, and I think that this is life also, is don't rush things. Wait for the perfect moment to take that photo. The best photographer is not the photographer that takes 150 takes, is the one that sets his camera the right way and wait for the perfect moment to make that click.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I never knew that. I don't know anything about photography at all. I think that's awesome. Um, my next question for you is, how long have you been a bartender?
Mm, actually, not much. Actually, I'm on my first job that actually a bartender. In the another jobs, I used to cover the bar when the bartender was gone or something in an emergency and all the stuff. I studied to be a bartender. I make the basic course, um, and then I was like in the reception of the hotel. I was waitress. I was, but I've been like for 3 months a bartender, an actually bartender.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And it's crazy that you started off like just helping people out whenever they needed it. But then, like, I don't know. But now it's like, yeah, I think that's cool. So it's like when you started officially 3 months ago, you already knew everything to do. So that's real
That
good. That's good. Um, in these past, okay, so
I
I've
have a
never,
question.
huh?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
I can I can smoke during the interview,
Right
no?
now. Uh, absolutely.
Uh huh.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You could. It's absolutely. Yes, ma'am. Um, you know, you can do whatever you want. It's okay. Um, my next question for you is, okay, so in these 3 months that you've been official bartender, I've never been a bartender before. But I would love to. I would love to see people intoxicated while I'm sober. Like so. With that being said,
Really funny. It's really funny.
yes, ma'am.
Actually,
Can you please tell me three of your most favorite memories so far being a bartender?
well, let me see. Okay, the first one was I was working. It wasn't in this job actually. It was in another job. Some girl approached me and told me like, "Oh, hi, can you give me please a vodka with Red Bull?" And I was like, "Oh my god, you know, this is not right. This is not right." And I was really concerned because, for what I know, the mix with the alcohol with energy drinks can be really dangerous for people. They can have heart attacks, they can have arrhythmia, and all this stuff with the heart. So I was like thinking, okay, what I do, no? So
Right.
I just put the glass, fill it with ice, put the vodka, and I handed her the glass and the Red Bull open. And she was looking me because it was a high class bar, and she was looking me and, "You're not gonna pour it for me?" And I just could say it. So the words that came out of my mind was, "No, you killed yourself." I'm not, I'm not going to be responsible if something happens to you. Sorry, if something happens to you, they are not going to say, "Oh, the bartender said, give her a vodka with Red Bull." No.
I'm saying it's not on me. Hey, that's on you. I give it to you. Go. Here you go. You can have it. I don't know what you're gonna do with it, but it's not gonna be no. I know that's awesome. I've never heard that before. What was her face? What did she look like when you did she do that?
No, it was like, y agarró su trago. They took the drink and go away. And I was like, "No, I'm sorry."
Man.
The second one, it was recently when my boss is the one that is in charge with making the checks and all the stuff for people to pay. So she made a mistake, and the guy was drinking, like I think was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and until the 11 of the night. Drinking, 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 and he was, "No, this check, this is not the what I pay. I'm not going to pay for this. This is too much." Blah 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 blah. And he was like, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Was 8 hours drinking. And my boss is not used to manage drunk people. So he approached her and put his arm around her, and she went like, "Don't touch me." And the guy was, "I'm going to close the restaurant. I work for blah, 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 blah. And I will talk and I will come and I will close the restaurant." And I was like, "No, but don't worry." And I grabbed him and, "Oh, the restaurant is mine, my friend. No, no, you. No, you did an amazing job. You hand me my drinks. Awesome. So you're going to close my restaurant, man, that I work every day. You have me like a waitress, servant." And the guy was, "No, don't worry, no, no, no. But you have to fight her, and she is the sister of the owner. You have to fire her, and yes, yes, I will fire her. Don't worry."
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
next time that you came, you're not going to see her.
Man, that's so cool.
And I only
What?
have two. I don't
That's
have a third.
those two were awesome. Those two were awesome. Man. Oh, at least you kept the business running. You know, man.
Yes. I actually didn't thought that he were going to do that, but I just wanted to make peace. And that's it.
Yes, man. Yes, man. Um, my next question for you is, how long have you been an artist?
I think my whole life. Actually, I think my whole life. If if we start counting about the day that I start making music, I will say since I have 20 years old. It's when I started discovering myself as a writer, as a singer, as a photographer, as everything. I think that even with the cooking, cook, being a cooker is being an artist also. Being a bartender is being an artist also, because you are you are always creating something. Even if it's from a recipe, you put the glass, you put the sugar, and you put the little things for the drink to look good. And I think that I have always been an artist, actually, but a real con- fact artist, I think, since I was 20 years old.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I should have worded that different. I should have said musician. I should have said that. I
Yeah,
apologize.
I think the music came to me. I think I'm a musician now, from 6 months to now.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Consider myself a musician.
Where can people find your music?
You can find it in YouTube. Is Yola Música VE. It's like my name that you can see here. I don't know if they can see here my name, but it's Yola Music AVE.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. What type of music do you create?
Well, I think there is a mix of all my influences. Uh, when I was little, I used to hear a lot of bolero. That is the genre that we were talking about. That's a Latin American gender. and it's about love. There are lyrics that are really deep. They are most about love. The majority of the songs in bolero are about love. They are in this rhythm, very tropical and slow and romantic. Then when started growing up, I got a lot of influence on alternative rock like Incubus, Linkin Park, Red Hot Chili Peppers, all these, and Venezuelan bands like Caramelos de Cianuro, Los Amigos Invisibles, and all this stuff. En boleros era Ana Gabriel, Rocío Dúrcal, Andrés Cepeda, Santiago Guevara, well, pare de contar. Now it doesn't came much to my mind, and then I listen to reggae really much. Sisla, Damian Marley, Bob Marley, Cultura Profética, Café Tacuba, yeah. Then it's a mess. Funk is a fusion. If you ask me like a specific genre, I will say world music. Now I'm working in something that is a mix of Latin American music with Anglo music. I really like hip hop also. There's a big influence of hip hop in my composition and in the type of music that we make, me and my friends that are the ones that actually creates the music. I only write the lyrics and I tell them the feelings that I want to communicate in the lyrics and the instruments that I imagine that are playing. And sometimes I get to with sounds with boom boom dum dum na 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 with melodies, and they are the ones that really uh, do the job of translate what I'm feeling into music. So I really have a mix of a lot of things, and in the time that I spend more listening to music, more things came into the music.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Did you mention earlier, Mr. Oscar De Leon? If I say his name wrong, please forgive me.
Now you say right.
Did you say him earlier? Um,
No, I didn't say him,
okay,
but
okay,
him is really
okay.
good.
I'm sorry.
Leon.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Um, my next question
No.
for you is, if nobody has ever listened to your music before, what are three songs that you recommend them listening to?
The first one is the first really complete song that I write in my life. The name is Retrovisor. I like that song because that really communicates the fight that we all tend to have with ourselves in life to make things to happen or not. So it's a really deep conversation with myself that ends telling me that I'm my only dead angel and my only life angel. I'm the only one who can make it happen for me or not happen for me. That no matter what people around me do, it would always depend of, on me. The second one is one that is called No te preocupes, ocúpate. That is the one that you listen. That is only bass and voice. This talks about like focusing ourselves in the things that are really important in life, like family, friends, and the things that you like, and to not to worry a lot about the things and do more and worry less. That's and the third one that I would like to share with you is it's one that calls A la Deriva. It's a reggae and talk about the relationship that I have with the sea, with the ocean, and with the beach, and how so many people underestimate the power of the sea. So you have to love him with kindness and with humility, humildad, with with no believing that you're better than the sea because he can grab you and take you wherever he wants, and also makes it takes a message that in life you have to be water and flow with the things that are happening to you. That are my three favorite for now. My three favorite songs.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Um, I think that's awesome. My next question for you is, if you could work with any three artists, who would they be?
If I can recommend,
If you could work with, like collab with, make a song with.
collaborate, make a song. Okay, my first one is definitely Lauryn Hill. It's like a goddess for me. Is actually have
I don't mean to cut you off, but the song I listened to earlier by you sounded like Lauren Hill for sure.
yeah.
Facts.
That was what I was going to say. Like she has, she's one of my top influence of my voice of the kind of music and kind of voice that I make to sing. Like she's the top. The, since I met her, my life changed completely. Seeing the music and watching her evolution and what she says in the lyrics, she's really deep and profound, and that is it's really authentic. The second one, let me see, is a Venezuelan band that is it's called Amigos Invisibles. Is funk and their lyrics are really nasty, right? It's like funk, and I'm gonna grab you, and I'm gonna kiss you, and I'm gonna put me on top of you, but they are really funny. They are really funny. I love the type of writing of them. And the third one, let me think about it because I only have one left. Mm,
Take your time. Take your time.
I think Cani Garcia is also. Uh, I think he's Puerto Rican songwriter and singer, and it's amazing. It's amazing the way she puts the melodies with the lyrics, and the kind of lyrics that she has is something out of this world.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. If you could make songs with three artists who are not with us anymore, who would they be?
A ver. Mm, okay. I think this is really really how to say this is really, I don't know how to say this, but it's okay. I'm going to say it, the artist, and that's it. One is Michael Jackson. I would love, if I don't sing with him, I would love to be in one day in the studio with him, only to watch him make or create that. I would like more watch him to creating that singing with him. I would love to sing with him, but I want to watch him work in the studio and all the stuff, and in the stage pre-show when he's rehearsing. I don't know if you saw This Is It. It's amazing how the guy do all the stuff. It's amazing. The second one is a Cuban artist that is Celia Cruz. Is she's named like the king of salsa in the world, like the queen of salsa. Like she's amazing.
Yes,
And the third one, I have to see one. Kurt Cobain, without a doubt.
man. You said that one fast. That's awesome. Um, that's cool. My next question for you is: can you send a positive message in Spanish to the Venezuela community?
Claro que sí. Nosotros ahorita estamos pasando por una situación que algunos escogieron y otros no. Sobre todo los jóvenes no escogimos estar en esta situación. Pero bueno, para los que estamos aquí, vamos a tratar de ser lo más positivos posibles con nosotros mismos y ser muy compasivos con nosotros mismos. La vida da muchas vueltas si dejamos que dé esas vueltas. A veces es difícil pedirle positividad a alguien que no tiene comida suficiente en su nevera, o que no tiene las cosas que les gustaría tener por necesidad, o que no destina el dinero que se gana a las cosas que quiere, sino a sus necesidades. Y es difícil a veces pedirle a alguien que no se siente satisfecho consigo mismo que sea positivo. Pero una vez que entendamos que nuestro entorno constantemente está para impulsarnos y ayudarnos, y si tomamos todo con buena actitud, somos capaces de recibir las más grandes bendiciones, las cosas podrían cambiar un poquito. Es mi punto de vista, no espero que lo compartan, ni espero que lo tomen como suyo, ni que les parezca bien, ni que les parezca mal. Es un punto de vista que si quisieran tomarlo para cambiar un poquito las vibras de nuestro entorno, les puedo decir que por experiencia propia funciona.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. My next question for you is: can what's your zodiac sign?
Just Mama Pisces.
What do they say about Pisces?
Pisces, we cried a lot. We are really dramatic. Art is our thing forever. And we are really good people, but we can also be really dark. We can be really depressive people. We can be really alone people. And yeah, we are dreamers. Dreamers. We dream awake. We dream when we sleep. We dream everywhere.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. My next question for you is: what's your favorite color?
This one, I don't know how to say it in English. I think it's turquoise,
Turquoise. Yes, man. You said it right. You
turquoise.
said it right. Um, what's your favorite number?
My favorite number. I don't have a favorite number, but I could be the nine. I love the nine.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. My next question for you is, what are your five favorite foods?
My five favorites. Okay, from least favorite to favorite, but least favorite is my favorite also. But from least favorite to favorite, okay, I would say Chinese food, Arabic food, home food, burgers, and pizza.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's awesome. That's awesome. My next question for you is, if you could visit five countries, where would they be?
I would love to visit Greece. I would love to visit Netherlands. I would love to visit Polynesia. I don't know if Maldives Islands is in Polynesia. I think it is. I want to visit Brazil and I want to visit France.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Um, I hope you get to see all those places. I just found out about the Maldives Islands. I don't know how to say it, but I just found out about that place, and I've been trying to interview people from there, but I haven't got no response yet. But I'm still trying. I'm trying to interview somebody from there. I've been trying to interview somebody from Venezuela, and you are the first person, and I'm happy. I'm very happy.
Ah, me too.
Yes, ma'am. My next question for you is, would you rather go into space or deep sea diving?
Again, repeat that question.
Would you rather go into space, like outer space, or underwater deep sea diving?
On the water forever.
Underwater forever. Yes. What would you like to see underwater?
I would like to see all these crazy creatures in the sea and all the what you can find, all the lost item of the people, all the things that the sea have carried with it, all the stuff.
Yes, ma'am. What they taught us in
Could be
school.
also the people.
um, they taught us in school that, well, they told us in school that scientists only know like 10 or 15% of what's in the water. They say it's a lot of stuff in it that nobody don't know about. Do you think that's true? Don't you? Okay,
Yeah, I
okay.
absolutely think that that is something.
Me too. Do you think that's crazy? Like, we know so much stuff in this world, but one thing we don't know about is our own water. Like, I don't know.
Because and we don't know about the water because the water doesn't want us there, and she has the power to make that happen.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That water strong. Ain't nothing stronger than water. I don't think so. For real, water can stop anything. Um, my next question for you is, what are your five favorite animals?
My five favorite animals. Okay, first the fishes, whatever kind. I just love them all because they are fish and they can swim in the sea and do whatever they want. I love octopus. I love them. I love crabs. They are really awesome. I love pumas and I love, I don't know how to say it in giraffe.
Cheetah.
Giraffe, like the tall one.
Oh yeah, giraffe. Yeah. Okay. What's the word for giraffe in Spanish?
Jirafa.
One more time.
Jirafa.
Jirafa.
Uh-huh.
That's what's up. Did I say it right? Jirafa.
Yeah.
For sure. That's cool. That's cool. Um, that's awesome. My next question for you is, what are your five favorite drinks?
My
Your five favorite drinks.
drinks. Alcoholic or non-alcoholic?
You can say both if you want.
Okay. I love wine. Is my favorite forever. I love rum. I love lemonade. I love, I don't know how to say it. And here there's something that is called cocada. That is coconut milkshake.
Okay, do y'all have? Is it like horchata?
No,
Okay,
no,
I'm
because the
sorry.
horchata is made about rice, I think, or other thing. This is like milk with coconut cream and coconut puree, sugar, and condensed milk.
That's cool. I've never had that before. I don't think so.
It's awesome. The day that you had it, you're going to change your life. And the last one is lemonade.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Um, okay. Don't be mad at me. You said lemonade twice. You like lemonade that much?
Okay, I'm going to change it. It's sangria. It's something that we make here that is base. The base is wine, but it has also like Sprite and fruits and lemon
Okay.
and
Um,
orange juice.
does it have like on the glass? Does it have some stuff on around it?
Yeah.
I had that before. I had it one time, and in California, it was this really really
Okay.
big cup with like a long. It was a lot. It was a lot. Um, I'm woo. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like them. Yeah, yeah. I like them. I like them. I know exactly what you talking about. That's awesome. No, no. That's your favorite. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Um, man, that's awesome. All right, so Miss Jola, my next question for you is, what are your plans for the next 5 years, and what are your plans for the next 10 years?
You know, when when we think, I don't like to think about the future that much, but I really want to be the best person that I can be for my family and my friends. I still think that I can change a lot of things to be part of the happiness of the people that surrounds me. So besides all the things that I want to achieve, all my goals and my the things that I desire, I hope that in the next 5 years I become the reason of happiness of my mother, of my brother, of my friends, and also be happy and do the things that I love. Still the, doing the things that I love, and I hope that if it's in my path and my destiny, uh, already record my album and touring with my music and my friends and being happy. And in 10 years, I think the same, being more wise, more loving, more caring, more kind, more and more and more a better person. I think that's my mainest or my principal goal, being really kind, being really good to my people.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That was a great answer. My next question for you is, what would you like to tell the future generation of women?
Mm, I would like to say to them, don't be so complicated. Don't wait for the perfect man to appear in their life. And I'm not going to say to them, be your perfect man, because the thing is not making. I don't want this society to make male females, males so strong that they cannot show their vulnerability, or that vulnerability that we have when we are with someone that we love, being a man, being a woman, being whatever figure that they choose, if they want to marry a shark or a giraffe, whatever. But I think that be strong without losing your vulnerability. I think that the most strong people that I know, they know they are weak and they know their weakness. And for that, they surround with people that complement that weakness, and don't be an octopus dealing with everything, or feeling that they have to deal with everything, and they are not allowed to have feelings in order to achieve what they want. So I think that would be that, to accept people and men or whatever figure they want as they are, and don't wait for the perfect man to be happy. Be happy with the man that you have in the, obviously not, don't let you hit whatever, not aggressive people, all the stuff that we know. And I think that's it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's a great answer. Um, my next question for you is, what would you like to tell your future self 20 years from now?
I would like to say, don't worry, Everything is going to be just fine. Mm, I think my future self can talk to me. So I cannot talk to her. But I don't know. I will tell me that love love with all my heart, and don't underestimate no one, no one in my life, and travel a lot. In, even though you have 50 years, still travel, love, and live.
Yes, ma'am. Travel and live. Yes, ma'am.
And I will tell me you're gonna die, so make something about it.
That's the first I've heard. Nobody has ever said that on here. Made the best out of it. Yes, ma'am. Um, my next question for you is: are there any shout outs that you would like to make to your friends or to your family?
Of course, I want to make a shout out to my mom. That is the responsible that for what of me being in this planet Earth and in this interview with you. I want to make a shout out with my brother. That is the responsibility of me having a real good influence in music. A shout out to my friend Esteban that he has supported me in my super lows and my super highs also. To my friend Anderson Cordero, who is the one who always is with me in music and is the one who has never let me down no matter what I say about myself to them. I want to make a shout out to my best friend Nelson because he's another person that has been for me in every aspect of my life, and I love him so much, and I love every single person that I'm naming right here. Who else? I think that are the principal ones that are the responsible of me being happy right now. And now, shout out to you because you're the best and you didn't know me and you saw something in me and you wanted to interview me, and we're here right now.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, man. You are welcome here anytime. Um, Absolutely. You are more than welcome. Thank you for being so nice and respectful to me. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot. Um, you didn't know me either, but it's ain't. I don't know. I appreciate you for real. Thank you for being open minded. Thank you.
Me
Um,
too.
my next question for you is: what would you like people to know about you before they go to your social medias?
Well, I would like they to know that I'm really a shy person in some aspects, so that's why I don't have too much out here. I love pictures. That's the most that you're going to see in my profile. I love taking pictures. I love landscapes. I love being me. I'm not too sometimes. There was time on my life that I was really showing in social media, and then I just get sick and tired of being always paying attention of what I have to show for people. I don't know. It's a really ambiguous thought that I have with social media. But with time, I have overcome that, and I know that if I want to show you what I do, I have to be more open, and you will see with time all the things that I have to offer.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. My next question for you is, what would you do if you were the president?
Wow. If I if I were the president, I will eliminate the president of the country. I will eliminate every politician in the world if I can, but if I don't can, only in my country, I will eliminate all that people. And I will put professors in charge of the country.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I think that's awesome. I've never heard that either. Nobody has ever said that. That's cool. Um, alright, so Miss Jola, I would like to tell you thank you so much for coming on my show. Is there anything that I didn't ask you, or is there anything that we didn't talk about that you would like to say?
No, I think we talk about everything. I don't know. I would like to say to people that be kind with yourself and with others because we all are struggling with something. So if we can help each other instead of, I don't know, uh, not helping each other, but don't refugee or don't cover yourself with your troubles. You Everyone can understand you, but doesn't have to be the witness of all your bad behavior and all this stuff because no one deserves a bad attitude from no one. So yes, be kind, but don't be an asshole.
I was not ready. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you again, Miss Jola, for coming on my show.